Bonjour à tous et bienvenue à ma chaîne YouTube. Merci d'être ici et bon visionnage. Today on my workbench I have Dale's QuadraFire brand Pellet Stove Controller. This is a TASSB-93V.12A controller. Dale sent it to me because his stove had failed, and when I asked him questions about it, he told me that there was a chatter coming from inside the box, the control box, and after a while the igniter stopped functioning completely. So I told him that first I needed to repair the chatter because that was the root cause of his problems, and then I would repair the igniter problem on his controller. So I received the controller earlier today. I did some troubleshooting work on it, I replaced some failed components, and I'm now ready to do final tests on his controller. As you can see, I have Dale's controller connected to my test system. My test system is made up of a few items. I have a thermostat, just like the one on your wall. It's just a basic on-off type thermostat. I have a temperature simulator because I don't have a fire pit here, so I can simulate the temperature of the fire pit and make the controller do what I want it to do. I also have an auger motor which is mounted on the faceplate here that you may not see in the video, but you'll hear it run when the controller is asking for the auger drive to drive. I have at the rear 4 light bulbs that simulate different functions of your pellet stove. The first one simulates the igniter, the next one in blue simulates the combustion fan, in yellow is the auger motor, and at the far end is the red one which simulates the room or the convection fan. Just know that for this model of controller, that light will not come on. This controller does not control the room or convection fan, so the red light will not come on at all. So I have the controller all connected, so let me apply power to the controller, and when I do, we'll see one light come on, the combustion fan, which is normal. That fan will run pretty well non-stop now, based on the way that I have my tester set up. I don't have an igniter turned on, and I don't have the auger motor turned on because I am not calling for heat. I am simulating a room temperature of approximately 60 degrees Fahrenheit. So if I do go ahead and call for heat, a couple things will happen. One is the auger motor will kick in, and so will the igniter. There we have it. The igniter has turned on and the auger motor has turned on. Because I just turned on the stove, the igniter will stay on for approximately 12 to 15 minutes before shutting off. We see the auger drive because this type of controller does not throttle the controller on and off. It basically just turns it on and leaves it on for the duration. So as we can also see, there are no lights here. We're at room temperature, approximately 65 degrees, but there's no lights on the side of the controller. You may not be able to see it, but I've written on a piece of tape here that the green will come on at 300 degrees Fahrenheit and the red will come on at approximately 1340 degrees Fahrenheit. So I'm calling for heat. We have the auger motor driving. Let's slowly increase the temperature. And when I get to about 300 degrees Fahrenheit, we'll see the green light come on. So I'm at 200 now, 250. So I'm approaching it. There, we saw the green light come on. If I back it off, we see the green light on and off. So that is functioning correctly. Nothing else really happens in this first initial stage, but we see that the controller is able to differentiate the temperature readings. I'm going to increase the temperature now to 1340 degrees Fahrenheit, and that really should, when we get there, turn off the igniter. So basically it's saying that the fire is igniting, it's roaring, we don't need the igniter to be powered anymore. So we're at 1000 degrees now, 1100, 12, and pretty soon we're approaching 1340. There we go. Notice that? The red light came on and the igniter shut off. Back, forth, back, forth, back, forth. So I can leave it in this state and the controller will continue calling for pellets and the fire will keep running until the room warms up so much that the temperature is telling the thermostat to turn off the stove. So you see it turns it off. The fire is still burning, and the temperature eventually slows as there's fewer pellets in the fire pit, and we saw the red light go off, and so the thermostat will call for more heat, and we see that the auger once again starts dropping pellets into the fire pit. The temperature increases and we see that the igniter has gone off. So there we have it, Dale. Your Breckwell brand pellet stove controller, all black box, has been fully repaired and is fully functional. Let me turn this down. I do want to thank you very much for sending it to me. I appreciate that very much. And for all you other viewers out there, if you have a pellet stove controller of your own, whether it's a Breckwell, QuadraFire, or USSC, and you have a need to have it serviced, please feel free to contact me. I'd be more than happy to speak to you about that. In the meantime, I hope you'll take a few minutes to give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. I would appreciate that very much. Bye everyone.